Caitlin Clark versus
it's the WNBA
injuries.
on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody.
And on tap tonight, it's the Indiana Fever going up against the Chicago Sky.
I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. And this contest is a glimpse into the future, two of the up-and-coming teams in the league.
Yeah, there are a lot of exciting players in this one. For these young stars, it's about being consistent.
Yeah, and that's the biggest issue you'll see with new players, rookie players, being solid, bringing the same energy and effort every night.
Pass to Petty. It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Here's Davis.
Great defense that time from Katie Lou.
Now Clark. Now in the scoring column with that.
First matchup this year.
At deuce, 1 for 2 this game.
Sticking it from the mid-range. Clark doesn't need a lot of room to feel comfortable.
Pass to Allen.
Back to Reese.
Misses the 3.
Now here's Petty, covered by Cardoso. Now Petty.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
How about the fearless nature of Shea Petty, mixing it up down low.
And here's Reese.
Pulls it. And the bank shot is... good.
Well, you're not going to pass up that type of look.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one.
Pass to Boston. Now here's Smith. Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
Nice move by Alyssa Smith inside, getting herself the high percentage look.
Here's Reese.
From outside the arc. Poked loose. Here's the break.
Boston with the bucket.
A nice fast break from start to finish.
And what a finish it was, guys. Just so pretty.
The pass, the dunk, everything.
Now it's Reese. That doesn't go either for Angel Reese.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
And in 2023, Melissa Smith led the WNBA in defensive rebound percentage.
You know, defensive rebounding, it's not a skill we talk a lot about, but it's so important. You end the defensive possession with the board. And Smith, she's as good as anyone at boxing out and securing the glass.
Yes, it's good.
I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
That might make the defense even worse, but that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed right around the rim.
Standing at a towering 6'7", Cardoso is a major threat inside. I love to see her attack with confidence.
Now here's Boston.
And this is her second and third free throws tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, still early in her career, lots of room for Alyssa Smith to grow, and that's scary.
He's off on the second. Sky trail. Pass to Davis. Evans. Here's Allen. The three-pointer off the mark. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Caitlin Clark with room. Indiana again missing. Evans covered by Smith. Evans misses. Here's Petty. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. You know, get a little physical, show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number one. Effort, nothing easy inside.
Now here's Petty. Evans covering. And here's Melissa Smith for three. Good on the triple.
What a confident player Smith is, wasting no time with the rising fire.
Pass to Reese. Allen. Kept alive. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
Caitlin Clark ba ang Rookie of the Year? Oo nga.
Clark outside. And here is Samuelson. Screen by Smith. Clock at 6. Clark outside. The three.
The rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Stolen by Clark. Pass to Smith. Clark. She's covered by Allen. The three ball. Doesn't get it to drop for her.
If only she can improve on what's been a shaky day for her, they could really stretch this lead out, don't you think?
Tries a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. And it's a tie ball game.
Love the pass from Evans. Has a strong feel for when to dish it.
Caitlin Clark outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight. A rough quarter scoring the ball. She's not helping.
And Evans picks up the foul. That'll be her second foul of the game.
Well, she has got to watch herself at this point. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and she can't afford to rack up another one.
Samuelson outside.
Smith.
Stolen by Camila Cardoso.
Pass to Davis. Allen. Shoots.
It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, I mean, she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Here's Petty.
The shot is good on the assist from Katie Lou Samuelson. Now here's Davis. She's guarded by Samuelson.
Here's Allen.
Pass to Reese.
There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice read from the forward, Angel Reese right there. She's really reliable when it comes to finding her open teammates.
Inside.
Boston.
Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's been the result for her over and over. I mean, she just cannot find the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Cardoso. Can't hit from in close.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there. Solid job by the defense to get in her way as she was going up to the rim.
Up top, Allen. She's guarded by Samuelson.
Buries it from three-point range.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
On the wing, Shea Petty. trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two.
The gutsy move by Petty against an aggressive defender, securing herself a trip to the line.
We've got a small portion of the season behind us, and the league's hierarchy is starting to come into focus.
It's still early, though, so for the teams that are struggling, you still have time to get in gear.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of time, Brian. I mean, the season is short, and the pressure ramps up every week that goes by when you're not winning games. I love the take from Petty, putting the onus on the defense.
Wade up top, Petty defending. Out to the right wing. Rachel Banham, and that's good.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
And it's out of bounds to the Fever. Indiana retains possession. Indiana with the ball. And here's Berger. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. It's stolen away. Pass to Clark. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
Never a bad idea to set up Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's seemingly always ready to fire.
She's covered by Clark. Here's Banham. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wing shot on the way. Turner grabs the board. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Banham. Lets the three fly. Evens things up with that. Basket. Her second of four, shooting 50%.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Back to Clark. Here's Dantas. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Fever ahead, up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. A close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
I like what we're seeing for them, going right at the basket. Tons of points down there in the paint.
They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting in the paint.
The Fever with the lead.
Pasok ko si series. Third.
Here's Berger. Looking for her first basket still in this one. That misses, so no good on her first attempt of the night. Now here's Turner. Not a lot of room. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Down low.
Oh my god.
She goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand slam.
And when it's a tight ball game,
Si ano na naman ang poster is. Si Manaw. She can fucking dunk. Holy.
Like this, she's the player they want with the ball.
Absolutely. She's such a reliable finisher.
Smith, no good.
You can't get into much better position for the three. Pointer just didn't get it to fall.
And guys, this is something we were just talking about off the air, but Caitlin Clark is one of the most hyped basketball players that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the WNBA. When you talk about the most hyped rookies, I think you probably have to go back to 2003 when LeBron went first overall. Basically, it's going to be really fun to see how Caitlin Clark's career goes.
Pass to Banham for three. Cans it from downtown.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot threes these days.
Now here's Berger.
Launches it, drops in the tray.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
From past the arc. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding the range. She is 1 for 5. And it's the Fever on the break. Here's Dantas. Off target from three-point range. On offense, here the Sky. Trailing by 5. From about 10 feet out. And it's good. Off. The back rim and in.
Well, because the defense is so worried about Angel Reese's ability inside, the mid-range shot is usually there for her if she wants.
Back to Clark. To the middle. And she jams it in with a... authority.
You got to feel for a player getting dunked on like that. She's got no shot. Zero to stop that unless she grows a quick 8 inches.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Berger.
Clark outside. 5 to shoot. The tray. And the layup's good off the glass.
She's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
Timeout called the Sky. And the Fever making a change here. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second quarter.
Pass to Reese.
And the rebound goes to the Fever. Now here's Petty. 10 points for her. Shot's good by Smith.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
And once again off the mark by Chicago. And it's the Fever on the break. Puts up a 3. The second chance effort, and she lays it in.
And her hard work on the boards gave them another crack at the points there.
Launches a 3. Rachel Banham, and that's good.
She had a great start from the arc, and she's here in the...
Covered by Smith. On the wing, Shea Petty.
Count that one.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Smith inside. Banham. Reese. Covered by Smith. Reese, no good.
Indiana with the ball. 7-point differential.
Shot's good by Smith.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two squads.
Yeah, they're really attacking the middle offensively. It's been quite the contrast.
Here's Banham. She's got 15. Really left alone that time.
Back-to-back three-pointers for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Clark outside. It's hauled in by Smith.
He's cooled down a little bit after burying those 2 threes in the first quarter.
Count it. Good.
Just so tough inside.
It's so hard to throw Reese off balance, even when there's contact.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. And the Fever making a change here. Now here's Petty. She's covered by Allen. Pass to Clark. Picked by Petty. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Sky. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it. Fever ball. Clark with it. She's got 11. The long distance three is bare.
And Caitlin Clark lighting it up, a fantastic player. We're seeing her talent on full display.
From the arc. And Samuelson pulls it down.
She just hasn't looked right. She hasn't. And something is off with her mechanics, I think.
So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
A walking double-double. 6'4" Melissa Smith, as an impact player, has a major effect on games.
And she can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Petty. She clings that one off the back iron and it falls. The Fever with the lead. Now Berger. Samuelson outside. Sinks the triple.
So Katie Lou, someone you have to run off the line.
To the inside. Here's Davis. Here's Reese. That one goes. Count it.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
And it's the Fever ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Berger. Rebound Chicago. Here's Allen. 11 points in the game. Now the Fever moving it up. Here's Petty. The three-pointer off the mark. From deep. Allen's shot is off.
In the first, she was killing him from outside, but in the second, she just can't get it going.
Berger. Here's Boston. The shot is good, and so is her shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
It's not just the size of Boston, it's also her touch around the rim.
Pass to Allen. Davis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Lindsay Allen.
Such a sharp shooter. That's almost a layup for her. So wide open.
Now here's Petty. Defense is right there. No dice from 9 feet out. Chicago trailing here. And here's Reese. Covered by Smith.
2 minutes.
Takes the three. Allen's shot is off. And here's Indiana. Here's Samuelson. Rebounded by Davis.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
No good from the wing.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
Cardoso, covered by Berger. Pass to Davis. Reese.
bag mo.
5 on the clock. Over Boston. Chicago again missing. Fires for 3. Dives for it. The rebound by the Sky.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, a hot start.
Makaris yan.
From long range for them, but they've gotten away from shooting the 3.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. If you've got an open look from deep, fire it up. You have my permission. Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him.
Pass to Reese. Over Smith. Angel Reese with another miss.
Totally unnecessary to go the fadeaway there. Could have been an easy jumper.
2 points. That one goes in.
Well, things are going Smith's way offensively. He's playing with fire, finding chances to score.
And stolen by Boston.
Ano nangyari dun?
Blocking foul called on Lindsay Allen. First personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Petty. Evans covering. Here's Smith. It's good for the 7th time this game, and she shot 7 and made 7. I think that's 100%. Pulls up. Davis, that's good. Takes the 3. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Count it, that's going to count.
ATV at the buzzer.
How about that? A perfect finish to the half for them as they tack on another 3 points to the lead.
and that does it for the first half of play. The Fever on top. They're up by 10. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break.
Ulak.
All right, the second half beginning in a moment. And you look at Nalissa Smith in this game, she's been everywhere.
Well, I think it'll be important to see if they can stop her down in the second half, because so far, they have not had any answer for her when she's down on the block.
Yeah, maybe mixing up her looks, bumping her out, front her, double down, just do something to throw her off her rhythm.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, Evans can absolutely knock it down. She's very patient and makes sure she gives the shot everything she has.
Now here's Petty. She's covered closely. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Petty can't hit. Here's Chicago now. They trail by 7. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. That one on Petty.
That activity from Dana Evans makes her tough to slow down.
And that's good as she hits both shots. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Now
Now here's Petty. Evans covering. Caitlin Clark with the three. Hit.
Block.
It's the three-point bomb.
I love it. Keep shooting. As the threes keep dropping for her, she'll keep shooting,
As she should. Look, when you're having the kind of day she's having from long range, why not just keep firing it? That is some dime-dropping, exquisite assist.
Pass to Smith. Puts it up from 17. Missed for the first time from the floor. Puts her at 7 for 8. To the paint. Evans. Petty defending. Evans with the bucket.
Awesome job capitalizing inside. Dana Evans pushing through the physicality.
Samuelson outside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Clark can't hit. Here's Allen. 11 points in the game. Now here's Davis. Here's Reese. That one a little long.
This off. Offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Pass to Clark. Petty with it. And Evans picks up the foul. That's her third foul of the game. Timeout called the Fever.
All right, it's here for your Chicago Dancers.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
The pure jumper of Caitlin Clark. Basketball poetry in motion.
The 2024 top pick, Caitlin Clark. We've never seen a player enter the league with her level of height, and it's deserved.
It's crazy. I mean, you're talking about Caitlin Clark setting the scoring record for career points in college, shattering viewership records as well. Lots of people excited to see Clark in the W.
Now here's Allen. Puts up the three. Here's Cardoso. And she banks in the layup.
And credit the hustle Cardoso showed right there. Excellent job getting in great positioning for the offensive rebound.
Petty with it. Evans covering. Pass to Clark from deep. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
The Fever leading. And here is Petty. Samuelson outside. Down low. Boston. The shot is good on the assist from Katie Lou Samuelson.
Well, the moment Boston gets that rock around the rim, it is really tough to stop her.
Timeout called the Sky. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the middle. Here's Evans. Here's Allen. Knocks down the three ball. Clark with it. 19 points in the game. Pass to Boston. Clark. Now Petty. Here's Boston. Reese defending. Here's Clark. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Camila Cardoso. Here's Allen. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And Evans picks up the foul. That's her fourth foul of the contest.
That foul gives her 4 on the day, so she only has 2 to spare the rest of the way. That's not ideal.
Now here's Boston. She's got 8. To the inside. For the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
What a plus it is to get those looks in the paint.
Pass to Allen. Trying her luck from deep.
The Fever pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Smith with it, covered by Cardoso. No good from outside.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Pass to Clark. Here's the 3. Banham with the rebound.
She is frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, the fact that she can't hit anything from out there, or the fact that she keeps on trying to.
Now here's Clark. She's got 19. There's the triple. It's good. And from long range.
God damn. She's pulling up from that shit. Holy.
Believe the hype, folks. Caitlin Clark's range is the real deal.
Out of bounds. It'll be Fever ball.
You know, she's got to know better. A pass like that is going to wind up as a turnover more often than a bucket.
Pass to Smith. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Their prowess inside has just been tremendous, guys. It's been no contest on the low block.
And really, Brian, until the defense puts up at least some resistance, they ought to just keep pounding them down low.
She's got her first free throws of the night right here.
Only good score that.
And she's good on the second. Indiana with the ball. They've got a 9-point lead.
On defense,
And here's Clark. 22 points for her. Petty can't hit. Here's Banham. Pass to Reese. Over Boston. Chicago again missing.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shot.
Yeah, the words I and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball. She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Now here's Smith. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. And she lays it up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it seems like it's come from inside the paint. Buckle up on defense.
Yeah, it's time to collapse down and make them shoot jumpers.
So it's Indiana now. 11-point game. Smith outside. And Onion Wade picks up the foul. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, when it's Shea Petty running the offense, you know she'll be unselfish, get everyone involved.
Here's Banham. Buries the long-range jumper.
There aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than she is, especially when the D's playing soft on her.
Now here's Berger. Guarded closely.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Boston. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Outside Reese. Rebounded by the Fever. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
She's sort of lost in this quarter. Nothing's going right for her.
And that one good.
They continue to get it inside. The defense struggling to just contain them.
And look, when you make 5 in a row from in tight like they have, it also just takes pressure off of your perimeter guys.
Great point.
Pass to Banham. Inside. Now Reese. She's guarded by Boston. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They've given up so many threes today.
Their defensive rotations on the perimeter have been abysmal.
Here's Berger. Off with the layup. Chicago trailing here. Three-pointer. Banham, no good. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. On offense, here the Sky. Onion Wade, Petty defending. Here's Turner. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots. Next.
Siligo.
Third team foul.
Not afraid to challenge defenders. Turner plays with confidence and composure.
And this is her first free throw of the game. And she makes both free throws.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half.
And when you do it, it's such a good strategy when you're behind, because not only do you get points, but the clock stops as well.
Back to Boston. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The defense better start buckling down.
They're getting exposed and punished down low.
Here's Smith. Drills it from outside.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You'll love to see that.
For 3.
What a play! She drains it at the buzzer.
That's a big-time 3 to extend their lead right at the buzzer. What a way to head in the fourth.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head into the fourth quarter. The Fever on top, up by 9. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Now here's Turner. Let's go with a 3. And no good.
Well, it's not a bad look for her on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be her night. And look, everyone has those.
And good that time.
There's a pattern taking shape. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Yeah, 4 of their last 5 baskets have been of exactly that variety.
33. First personal foul. First team foul.
And she makes the first.
2 shots.
She hits both from the stripe. Clark with it. Let's go. Banham with the rebound. And it's the Sky ball. They trail by 9 points. Back to Smith. This one for 3. Gets it to go from downtown.
And I saw a little confusion amongst the D as to who was supposed to be guarding her.
Now here's Berger. Covered by Smith. Clark outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. They sure add up.
Past Onion Wade. And here's Banham. Now here's Onion Wade. She's guarded by Dantas. Kicks it out to Smith. Shoots the 3. The Fever pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Now here's Berger. She's guarded closely.
Fever foul.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And just about over 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And there's a whistle. That goes on Turner. That'll be her second foul of the game.
Great play to sacrifice her body, take the charge, giving up her body for the team.
And really a heads-up play as well. Reads the play nicely and gets in the perfect position.
Back to Clark. Fires the three. Nail.
God damn. Oh my God. Oh, kasi manjis dito eh.
From three-point land.
They have got to get a hand in her face. I mean, she is unconscious from downtown.
Here's Smith. Off target with the three.
And they're not dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
They've separated themselves in a number of categories. Rebounds just one more.
7 for 9 with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor. Pass to Onyenwede. The three is up. Hits it from three-point range.
You go back to her college days. Onyenwede has put a lot of work into her three-point shot, and we're seeing the results.
For those joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The three-pointer is on target.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Berger. Over Smith. Berger no good.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
Smith no good. Now Berger. Dantas lays it up and banks it in.
Great assertive inside play from Dantas. Gets right where she wanted to be and scores.
Here's Turner. A beautiful reverse layup.
She's got such a great touch and feel around the rim.
Oh, move up the game yun ah. Kasama mo fake A. Oh shit. She got the moves.
She made that reverse look easy, but trust me when I tell you, it's not.
Now here's Berger. Taken away. Pass to Banham. Here's Turner. Unloads. Banham, no good. Up top, Berger. Defended by Turner. Berger, no good.
She just has not gotten into the flow of this game. But yeah, her teammates have certainly done their part today, but she just hasn't gotten into the flow of this game. And it's been tough to see.
Now here's Berger. Clark outside from downtown. Onyenwede grabs the board. Sky trail. Out to the wing. She's covered by Clark. A rebound by Dantas.
Credit the D there. Got in her face, got her hands up.
Oh.
Made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her. Didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort.
Here's Banham. Smith outside. Pass to Banham. The three. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Caitlin Clark outside. Rebound Chicago.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Smith, no good.
This has not been a quarter to remember for her.
I mean, what's going on right now? What is this? She's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court.
Pass to Berger. There's a screen. Can't connect from long distance.
She's still looking for her first three-pointer of the second half after hitting just 1 three-pointer in the first half.
Onyenwede. Turner with the bucket.
Backed by her solid footwork, Turner knows a thing or two about scoring inside.
Gets it to go for bucket number 8. She's taken just 10 shots.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
Here's Berger. It's hauled in by Smith.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebounding stats for both teams are almost identical.
Yeah, they've battled to a standstill on the boards, but the game isn't over yet. We'll see who keeps up the energy.
Caitlin Clark with the 3.
Oh.
Bangs home the trifecta.
What a top-notch game she's having. And really, she's got her team in front, and it sure seems like she's going to keep them there if she can continue to play like this.
A big group substitution here for Indiana. Here's Evans. And it's Petty with the rebound. The Fever with the lead. Boston inside. Guarded by Davis. Yep, that one goes.
Jesus. Michael Jordan.
Good possession resulting in the easy one down low.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Now here's Petty. Evans covering. Pass to Clark. Screen by Smith. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Excellent follow-up play by Smith. She has a good awareness for where the ball is going and gets there. Send it back.
Clark outside.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Yoji. Where are you going, bro? Cease.
And the first one falls for her.
I really want to applaud the poise of Caitlin Clark. Expectations and media pressure have all been through the roof, and she's handled it tremendously well.
Now here's Allen. And once again off the mark by Chicago. Boston with it. She's picked up by Reese. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2. That one on Davis.
Well, there's the pressure that Smith puts on opponents. When Melissa gets the ball down low, it is so tough to stop her.
Here's Evans. Gets a 3-pointer to fall.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
So it's Indiana now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Petty. Mira Cardoso gets the board. On offense, here the Sky. 9-point game. Beyond the arc. Evans misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Samuelson. Just 5 on the clock. Spins.
Oh my god.
Fires it.
GG.
That one's good. Good. Good.
Talo kami po. Nakaka-Caitlin Clark. Jesus Christ. Ito. Ayun, iwan ako. Brother.
Nice handles right there.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh. Ooh.
Clark showing off the skills.
Down low. It's stolen by Aaliyah Boston. To the middle. Smith. Great pass to set up the land.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Here's Banham. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Everyone grab a plate. Second chance buckets, they can make a big difference.
Boston outside. Back to Clark. For three. The rebound by the Sky.
Impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, just too much work and not enough time.
Here's Banham. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Camila Cardoso.
Tremendous instincts from Cardoso. Surveys the court and easily makes the smart pass.
Samuelson outside. Boston outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. So it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them a chance to lift their team up at the finish.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.
Clark. 39-4. Putang ano yan. 8-22. Smith 25-10. Boston 7-13. Bianco 17-9. Almost triple-double. Tawag yun. Bana mo 27-3. Not enough. Allen 14-3. Evans 3. Double-double race. Davis 10-4, Oninwere, Cardoso 8-15. Kasi hindi naglaro si Cevic. Okay, on to the next one.